Did you know that stress is the #1 addiction that plagues this world? More people are addicted to stress than they are to sugar, alcohol, or any drug out there. Let me show you what happens in the body and how you can stop it from happening. Hey everyone, my name is Tiffany and I'm from the Blue Lotus Mind Institute. Today I want to share with you how we become so addicted as a society to stress and drama. Because stress and drama actually is the #1 addiction. If it wasn't, then the alcohol, the porn, the retail, the big pharmaceutical industries wouldn't be booming in the way that they were. We look for fixes in all of those places because we have so much stress going on inside. So let's take a look. Now, every time we have a stressful thought, we wake up in the morning and we see a huge to-do list or a day full of meetings and things to do. When we think negatively about that, what happens in the body is we release 3 hormones: adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol. Now, cortisol is the one that we want to look at because it causes the most damage to the body in the long run. Now, in small doses for small periods of time, cortisol does a lot of good things. But when we have it constantly being pumped through our body, like we do in today's society, then it becomes dangerous and it starts to break us down. Now, those 3 hormones then cause us to feel the emotions of stress and anxiety, which leads to more thoughts of more things that we're stressed and anxious about. And then we just get caught in this vicious cycle. So what's supposed to happen during the day is that we have a spike of cortisol early in the morning. That wakes us up and gets us out of bed. And then through the day, we have a drop off of cortisol so that we can finally go to sleep. Somewhere around 9 or 10 p.m. is where it really starts to drop off so that we can get sleepy. Melatonin, our sleepy time hormone, then takes over and helps us have a good night's sleep. Now, when we are constantly stressed out, and we go from one stress to the next because we live in a society that honors busyness. The busier you are, the better. What happens is our cortisol levels spike, but then they stay elevated for the day. Now, one day like this, not such a big deal. But when day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year, our cortisol levels are staying elevated, what this does is it starts to reprogram the body. Our body cells start to think that this is normal. And if you have a mother who's highly stressed out during pregnancy, and so her baby who's sharing her blood supply is getting this elevated level of stress hormones, the baby is going to be born expecting more cortisol to be flowing through the body than what is normal or what we would consider to be a healthy range. Over time, the body starts to expect this level of cortisol. And weirdly enough, the body starts to think that this, the red line, is pleasurable. So now we get this hit of adrenaline because cortisol is released with adrenaline. So we get this hit of adrenaline and we feel good in that moment that we have a stress or something dramatic is happening in our life. And it keeps those levels high and our body cells get that initial hit. Kind of like an alcoholic taking the first sip of the day or a drug addict taking their first hit of the drug for the day. They get that jolt of like, now I feel good. And then as the cortisol levels start to drop off again, if they start to dip at any point, we need to create some sort of stress or drama in our life to get us back to that point. This is where procrastination comes from. We need that like frantic stress to get something done. So we wait until the last minute to do a school project or to finish that project for work, to launch our business, to pay that bill. We wait until the lights are just about to be shut off. The electrical company's just about to shut our lights off, and then we pay the bill. Or we wait until they shut them off, and then we get to call them and yell at them and have this confrontation that creates stress and drama. We get triggered and upset over the littlest things. We fight with idiots on the internet because it gives us this spike. We hate on other people, or we make ridiculous comments on other people's posts because we know that they're going to say something back, and now we get to fight. So I want you to pay attention, because as you start to rewire your body, as you start to say, I don't want this, because elevated levels of stress cause your immune system to break down. It causes you to put on fat around your belly. It causes you to not be able to sleep. It causes heart issues. It causes lung issues. It causes issues in every area of your body. It causes diarrhea, because we can't be in a stressed out fight or flight state and digest our food. So now we can't digest our food properly. We have zero energy because we have no nutrients coming in. And we always have diarrhea, which is no fun. So as you start to reprogram this and stay away from drama, your body that is addicted to stress will find ways to trick you into self-sabotage, to trick you into negative self-talk, to trick you into going into a situation. Maybe you forget something important, or you stub your toe because you're not paying attention. All of these things is the body's way of getting that hit of drama again, so that it can get back to elevated levels. Now, reprogramming all of this is easier than you think. And if you want more tips on how to do that, join my free Facebook group. I do a ton of free training in there to show you how to reprogram this. Just go to www.successsecretsgroup.com. I will see you in there, and I can't wait to show you how to reprogram all of this so that you can live your best life.